Alrighty, what's up, everybody? My peeps. How's it going, my peeps, you sexy bitches? What's going on, everybody? Peter Joseph here for another video right here on the official Peter fucking Joseph YouTube wrestling channel. YouTube.com/Peter Joseph. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe right now to this channel and my other channels down there. You know where they are. In the basement, otherwise known as the description box below. And as always, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you're real, if you're not, you suck. Pretty much suck and you're fake. But if you're real, you're actually real, like me, then do it. If you're not, get a life. And don't forget to share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that fucking bell, and I think we all know what to do with it by now. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss a goddamn video, and if you do, you lose. And you're SOL. And we all know what that means. And that's that. So like, share, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. Share the video all over the internet. And don't forget to tap that fucking bell. Slap it around. And that's pretty much it for that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Thursday night, and you know what that means, it's time for another video over right here on the Peter fucking Joseph channel. My name is Peter Joseph, if you didn't know that by now. I'm a content creator talking about the world of professional wrestling, and whatever the fuck I feel like talking about. If you like it, good. If you don't, too bad. Go fuck yourself. Go watch somebody else's channel that is more, well, not more, but just go watch somebody else that sucks. I don't suck. I suck something else, but that's a different story. But we move on. We move on with that. But you don't like my channel? Get the fuck off. Go watch somebody else's channel that does gaming videos and doesn't even play the goddamn game half the time. But it is what it is. Want to do that? Do that. Or just do your own video. Or get your own channel. They'll probably get nothing. It is what it is. We move on. Alright, hope everybody had a great Thursday. It's been a while since I actually did a video, which I think was, I forget when. It was yesterday. Tuesday, I think. Whatever it was, been out of the loop for a little bit, you know, because really tired and from working and everything, and been pretty damn busy, as you all know. Gonna be busy over the next couple weeks, going into Thanksgiving, and going into the greatest month in the world, with the greatest days in the world. Can't wait for that, man. Next two weekends before Thanksgiving, I'm busy as fuck. But it is what it is. We got Crown Jewel on Saturday. I gotta do my predictions tomorrow. So I can't do them Saturday because it's 1 o'clock. It's the pay-per-view. Well, 12 o'clock with the pre-show, but it's 1 o'clock. Official start time for the main show. And I gotta get NXT done. I'm gonna try to get that done early tomorrow. And then Ring of Honor, and then I gotta do like 4 videos tomorrow. It's crazy. I'm so backed up. But like I said, I'm sorry for that. I've been pretty busy and tired from everything, from work, and just you know, hasn't been a great week, but you know, gotta roll with the punches to get what's real, like Dave Lee Roth used to say. But we're pretty much at the weekend now, the first unofficial weekend of November. Yeah, we're in November now, if you didn't know that by now. And we gotta turn the clocks back Saturday night at 2 a.m. So we gained an hour of sleep, so 2 a.m. will be 1 a.m. So for all you all-nighters, you know, you get to stay out late if you wanted to. Stay up late, stay out late. Whatever you want to do, just be safe and all that other good shit. And that's that. So we got full gear on Saturday, then 2 weeks from Saturday we got, Crown Jewel, then 2 weeks we got Full Gear 2023. I will not be watching that live, because I will be somewhere else, rocking out with my cookout, if you will. I got that. We got Thanksgiving coming up 3 weeks from, after this video was 3 weeks from today, but now it's 20 days away before Thanksgiving. So we got that. We're counting down the days till the official start of the holiday season. And then on Sunday, we got 7 weeks away till the greatest day in the world. You know what that is. I don't have to tell you. And then 8 weeks from Sunday, we're done with this goddamn year, and I can't wait for that. Get this goddamn year over with so we can start fresh January the 1st, 2024 at midnight. We start fresh. Fresh new slate at 12 midnight, January the 1st, 2024. And that's that. Hopefully, at least we'll get through the next 8 weeks, and we start 2024. We're gonna keep going full throttle, and we're not gonna stop for anybody. Because pretty much we're done with the bullshit. If you've been following my community posts, you think you know what I'm talking about. You think I'm crazy, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm crazy in love with my woman. I'm crazy in love with the Asian chicks. I'm a wild and crazy guy. But, I'm not crazy. Out of my gourd. I'm an evil person. Am I evil? Yes, I am. It is what it is, but you can call me an evil person, you can call me crazy, you can call me a simp, you can call me obsessed, you can call me all the names in the book. But the one thing you will do, like that great song by Zakk Wylde, well, not the song, but it's a part of the song, but you will, like Roman, acknowledge me, you will eventually respect me, and eventually you will bow down and worship me. Because I am your tribal god. So, get used to it, because I'm not going anywhere. And I don't have no time for you insignificant little maggots. Because that's what you are, maggots. Got no time for that shit anymore. Time to put my foot down and just like that great Fleetwood Mac song, go your own way. So that's what I'm gonna do. Go my own way. Not a moving on video. I'm just going my own way, doing whatever the fuck I want to do. And if all my real subs that have been with me since day one, or however long some of my real friends have been on here, have been with me, stay along for the ride, and if those others who don't like it, get off. Not get off, but get off. Go watch somebody else's garbage. Okay? We're real here. If you go on somebody else's channel, they're not real. Depending on who they are, they're not real. They want to devote the channel to other people, then that's their business. But most of them that do that are fake. But I'm not, so I have nothing else to say about that. Pretty much done with the bullshit. Bull funky, if you will. Bullshit, bull funky, whatever you want to call it. But it is what it is. But hope everybody had a great Thursday. Chilly, cold here in the Northeast today. Gonna warm up by the weekend, which is nice. But, next weekend, Veterans Day weekend, a little bit chilly, again. but gonna be up and down up until Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving's gonna be around 50, but sunny. At least it's not gonna be raining or snowing or any shit like that. I mean, I looked up the weather all the way to around my birthday. I mean, it's gonna be some really cold days coming up, like in December, which is usually the cold month. So, gonna be days where it's like 36 degrees, 38 degrees. Might get a little rain snow mix sometime in early December, but right now I haven't seen past the December 16th. I haven't seen the week of my birthday, but I haven't seen that yet. But hopefully we don't get a white Christmas, like a really bad white Christmas, if you know what I mean. But hopefully the snow will skedaddle and not bother us here in the Northeast, especially in New York, for another 2 months. But hopefully not. Hopefully, if we get snow, I don't care. I don't care if it's in January, depending on what week in January. But we'll see how it is. Because they're saying a really boring, snowy winter and a lot of nor'easters, maybe some blizzards. I'm like, oh great, my back can't take any more. I can't take any more if you follow where I'm going, if you know what I mean. But I digress. Alright, enough about that bull funky. Alright, on this late Thursday night, November the 2nd, 2023, if you're watching this video from another part of the world, or just tomorrow, it is now November the 3rd, 2023, right here on the Peter Joseph channel. It is time for your late and out-of-date AEW Dynamite! Yes! Review for this past Wednesday, November the 1st, 2023. And we're still 2 weeks away from Full Gear 2023 from the Kia Forum in Los Angeles, California. So we got a lot of matches starting to form, more storyline progression. We had a huge announcement by Tony Khan, and we will talk about that in a little bit. I would have just done a separate rant about that, but I didn't do it, but didn't feel like it. But we got all that, and in the main event, we got an 8-man tag team match with the Bullet Club. Too sweet me for the love of God, by the way. And by the way, guns up! With the Bang Bang Gang, the Switchblade, Jay White, play with Switchblade. Rock Hard, Juice Robinson, and the Ass Boys, Colton and Austin Gunn, taking on MJF and 3 partners of his choosing. I wonder who they could be. But we'll see what happens with all that and a whole lot more on Dynamite. And it was decent, it wasn't great, but still. Got about 832,000 views. About 50,000 views up from last week's. I thought it was a good show, but going up against the World Series. By the way, congratulations to the Texas Rangers for winning the World Series last night. So, you're not a happy Met fan because, Mad Max won his 2nd world title because he won one with Washington. And now Jacob deGrom, the GOAT, finally gets his win that he should have gotten in 2015 if the Mets didn't take the foot off the gas and, Yeah, so I'm happy for deGrom, even though it really doesn't count because he really didn't do anything for Texas. Mad Max didn't do much, kind of stunk up the joint a little bit in the playoffs. But, he got that big win. I think it was in game 4. Pitched pretty decent. Even all the bats just helped him out. But still, Texas of all teams, won the World Series. Now they're the defending World Series champions going into, March of 2024. And we'll see what happens with that. So now the hot stove is hot. It's about to heat up. We got the winter meetings coming up in December. Free agency begins. All that good shit. So, Uncle Stevie, Mr. Uncle Stevie Cohen of the Mets is going to start opening up his checkbook. Got that. Hal Steinbrenner. What is he gonna do? I mean, Judgy Wudgy won the Roberto Clemente Award. Be goddamn fucking whoop. It is what it is. So see if Ohtani comes to the Mets. I got that. Yamamoto comes to the Mets. Maybe. Blake Snell to the Mets. Maybe. Jorge Soler. Maybe. Because he just opted out of his contract for to be a free agent. He played for Miami, so we'll see what happens with that. Juan Soto, possibly to the Mets. Maybe. I doubt it, but some of these names I doubt will be Mets. Except for maybe Yamamoto. Ohtani is... Ohtani won't be a pitcher for the Mets. He will be a DH. Because he's coming off Tommy John surgery, so... pretty much not going to be pitching for the Mets, so the Mets need pitching in the worst way. I mean, they basically got Senga and then garbage after that. So, Quintana's coming back. That's number two guy. Don't know after that. Maybe McGill comes back. I don't know who. Besides Senga and maybe Quintana, what do you got as a Met fan, as a Met pitching staff? I mean, you need a DH, you need another big bat. You gotta give Pete Alonso his money. I hope they do that first. We're gonna have to see what happens with that. Don't know what's gonna happen with McNichols. If he's gonna play right field or second base. Nimmo's staying because he got a big fat contract. Need a left fielder. I don't know who that's going to be. And like I said, the pitching staff is, besides Senga and Quintana, who was like up and down, pretty much down the whole year. Need pitching. Need another bat or two with 3. And overhaul the bullpen because there was no bullpen last year. But now we got a healthy Edwin Diaz. But there is talks of getting Edwin Rodriguez. But we'll see what happens with that. Not K-Rod. E-Rod. See what happens with that. But we'll see what Uncle Stevie has up his sleeve. Coming up in the next couple months before, pitchers and catchers start in after Valentine's Day. So we got all that. Move on. We got week 9 in the NFL in the league where they play for pay. Niners are off this week. Debo is doing better. He says he's much better. So the bye week came at a good time. So he's going to be back next Sunday in Jacksonville against Tony Khan's Jaguars. As far as the local teams, they just got the Monday Night Football game at home against the Chargers. And on Sunday, the New York Football Giants go to Las Vegas. Vegas! Lonnie Appleton, we go to Vegas! Yeah, they played our latest. They came in black and silver. So, there's another loss for the, well, maybe, because Jimmy G got benched. Ha ha! Now they got Aiden Collins as their starting quarterback. They got rid of their coach. Now Antonio Pierce is the coach. And they got an interim GM. The Raiders look like a mess. What else is new? So maybe the Giants win that game, or maybe not. But Daniel Jones still not starting because of his neck. So I don't know who's going to start. It ain't gonna be DeVito, I'll tell you that much. That guy came in near the end of the game, and boy did he stink going into the end of the game and really overtime, as the Jets won that game in overtime. Well, now the Giants are 2-6, Jets are 4-3. Rodgers is gonna come back in the next few weeks for maybe a playoff run. Never say never. The Jets could possibly go to the AFC title game with Rodgers. I pretty much doubt. Well, you never know. But hey, if Texas can win the World Series, the Jets can probably go to the Super Bowl. I doubt it, but there's always a chance. There's always a chance. Let me move on with that. The Rangers! Oh, I went to the game tonight. They kicked some ass tonight against the Hurricanes. They win 2-1. So they have won 6 in a row. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. You know, I'm getting nervous now because every season they some seasons they don't, but last couple of seasons they start off red hot, and then you know by the end of the season, down the shitter they go, and then they get to the playoffs, and then they stink in the first round like they did last year. You know, but you know they went on the West Coast, won every single game, 5-0. Couple overtime. They won in overtime, I think, in Vancouver. Then they went to Winnipeg, won that game to win the whole thing. They went 5-0. They won. Then they came home against a tough Hurricane team, which always gives them fits, and they won 2-1 tonight. Why do you think I'm doing this video so late? It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. I didn't get home until like 1:30, and then I took a shower, and then I stayed up, had a late night snack, and now I'm talking to you. But I'm gonna do this, and then I'm probably going to bed. I might do my NXT review after this, but we'll see what happens with that. How wired I might be. I might just not do it till tomorrow, but see how it goes. But anyway, we got all that. A bag of chips. Alright. Let's get back to AEW real quick and let's finish this shindig. Alright, so we are from the KFC Center in Louisville, Kentucky! Yep. Alright, and our commentary team, as always, on Wednesday nights, the men behind the mask, Excalibur, the biggest Met fan I know, Taz, Red Hook brother, and the man who should be in the Hall of Fame, the great man that he is, man with many hats, as Mr. Adam Copeland said, and that is Tony Baloney Schiavone, my good buddy. What's going on, T? What's going on, Tony Baloney? Alright. Anyway, so we're a couple weeks away from Full Gear. You know, see what happens with MJF and the Bullet Club. Tony Khan's big announcement that wasn't even that big. But it is what it is. The only thing that Tony Khan has is a big mouth. And it is what it is. Alright, we move on. Alright, so we start the show off with the Pyro. We are ready to go on Dynamite. And we start off with the beautiful Renee Paquette, who welcomes us to Dynamite. And she brings in the champ, MJF, Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker. You know, Renee brings up, it's like, hey, you gotta find 3 people, and you had a lot of enemies, so I don't know who's gonna team with you. And Max like, duh! But then he has a list of people on the roster to go after. And then he's like, well, I need some advice, so I can only get advice from one of my best friends on video chat. And here he is, Adam Cole! Baby! So Adam Cole's at his house in Florida, got a big ass beard right now. I'm like, dude, you did a shave. I shaved. But I digress. But Adam Cole, with his beard, yeah, if you haven't seen him lately on Twitch, he basically looks like what he did on Wednesday. That's how he looks. He's starting to get that beard. Old man Adam Cole, baby. You're still nursing that freaking ankle surgery. Crazy surgery he had. Don't know when he's gonna come back. Probably in the next couple months at most. Because he got it. You know, he's rehabbing right now, but it's gonna take him a long time to heal. So I would say 3, maybe 4 months, depending on his rehab, of course. But we'll see him back. He's gonna come back. But is he the devil? Or is it Britt Baker, baby? Sticking up for her soon-to-be hubby? Or is it Max? Who is it? We don't know. We will find out. I bet you nothing we find out at Full Gear. We will find out. I have a feeling Max is going to beat Jay White. He's going to get his belt back, and then near the end, the lights go out. And then the lights come back on. The Devil's in the ring. And MJF is like either standing up like, what's going on? You know? Or he gets knocked the fuck out. And then the Devil's just there. And he's about to take off the mask. And then lights out. We don't know who it is. And we're playing, who is it still? You know? Or we actually get who it is. And God forbid, it's that jerk-off CM Punk. Because if you read his Instagram today, he's like, I miss you. Who could that be? And people are like, oh, it's an AEW reference. Probably not. I mean, it would kind of... I mean, if he does come back at Full Gear, then like, well, he's not going to be at Survivor Series, obviously. Then again, I still don't think it's CM Punk. But it'd be a great, probably a humongous swerve from Tony Khan, man, and, you know, Mr. CM Punk. He fooled us all along, bastard. We got that. So anyway, so Adam is on there. Cole thinks that MJ should take Samoa Joe's offer, you know, be his partner and get his help and everything. But then Roddy and company, you know, I'm Matt Taven and Mr. Mike Bennett, they come in, the Kingdom, and then we hear, Adam! Adam! So he comes in, he's trying to, you know, MJF leaves, and then he's like, I got time to talk to you. And then, so Roddy's like, so what are we gonna do? You know, after I was being so nice to him, you know, are you guys gonna be, you know, can we be friends again, or what's going on? And Adam's like, I'm having phone issues, and then he swipes right. Bye. And then Roddy's like, Adam! Adam! And then you see Matt Taven stroking the giraffe. I'm like, ugh. And then after that, we see the Devil. I'm telling you, it has to be. Every time we see MJF, right? And you think about it. Sometimes you see MJF and Adam Cole doing a segment, or an Adam Cole segment, and then we see the Devil somewhere lurking around, right? Think about it. It might be, I'm not saying it is, but it might be Adam Cole turning heel, and he's gonna cost MJF the belt, but then probably after he beats Jay White, because it'll make no sense if he cost MJF the belt to give it to Jay White, who got beat up by Adam Cole, but who is the Devil. Makes no sense. People saying it's David Finlay of the Bullet Club, but don't know about that. People think it's Britt Baker sticking up for her hubby. She can't take anymore. But it's a slim figure, so it could be Adam Cole, it could be Britt Baker. Doubtful is Punk. Then it could be Tony Khan. Who knows? Man, that would be weird if it was Tony Khan. Tony Khan screws MJF, and MJF in turn screws Tony Khan and says, I'm going to WWE in the bidding war for 2024. God forbid we get one of those. Because I think if MJF goes to WWE, pretty much AEW has no star. They have nobody. You think they're gonna put the company on Adam Cole's back and the Bucks back? No. And Kenny's? No. No. You have to somehow keep MJF and give him a lot of money. A lot of money for like a lot of years. And you know Paul and Nick Khan, man, are gonna give him the world. My good buddy Paul. But, you know, we're 8 weeks away from MJF's contract expiring. Where does he go? In 2000, as the clock strikes 12, where does he go? We'll have to see what happens with all that. Alright, so I gave that first segment 3.25 out of 5 stars. And we're off and running on Dynamite. That's it. Alright, then we go to our first official match of the night. A banger for the IC belt, I call it the IC belt. It's the international title. Freshly squeezed orange juice. Orange Cassidy takes on Claudio Castagnoli of the Blackpool Cup Club, who comes out with Wheeler Yuta. I hate that guy. Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that gets stuffed before he has Thanksgiving dinner. Don't ask me how he gets stuffed. But he gets stuffed. Okay, he gets stuffed like a teddy bear. But I digress. Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that's so stupid. He uses a mouse trap for his mouse. That's how dumb he is. How is that possible? I have a wireless mouse, so. I bought this a long time ago, and I thought the batteries would be gone off it. I can still use it. Even though I have the back piece. It comes with like a USB port. I thought you would have to like wire it. It was a wireless. The thing is, this thing is good, because I bought this off from Target. It's a wireless mouse, and it's a wireless USB port. And I think that's what that kind of leads into this. So the battery, I've had this battery since, I think I bought this like sometime during the summer. Pretty damn good so far. I haven't, I didn't need to I mean, I have batteries, but I haven't had the need to replace the batteries just yet. But it is what it is. But Wheeler Yuta is the type of guy that gets a wireless mouse and still has to get a mouse trap for it. This is an idiot. We got that. Send for the man. Hook, get in here, Hook. Hook's here. FTW champion. Brother. Alright, so this match was a banger. It's also with Claudio beating the living shit out of the champ. But the champ comes back, knocks Claudio to the outside, goes for a dive, gets cut off, with Claudio dropping the champ on the barricade. Ow. And then Hook and Wheeler Yuta come over to check on them both, but then Bryce, the referee's like, no, we're not gonna get this. We're getting a one-on-one match. You out. Hook, get out. I was like, you're gonna tell Hook to get out. But he ran after Wheeler Yuta after he got kicked out. And then, they have a little tussle in the back. I guess we're gonna get an FTW title match coming out of that. Nobody's gonna care about it. As long as Hook beats Wheeler Yuta. Because if Wheeler Yuta wins, I think we're all gonna riot. Nobody wants to see Wheeler Yuta as champ. No one wants to see Wheeler Yuta at all. Wheeler Yuta's the type of guy that gets kicked off Santa's lap before he even tells Santa what he wants for Christmas. That's how bad he is. He gets kicked off. He gets kicked off of Santa's lap. Get off! Wheeler Yuta's permanently on the naughty list. Permanently. It is what it is. Wheeler Yuta's the type of guy that would sleep in a car with Darby Allin. That sounds weird, but okay. What are you doing in here, Darb? What are you doing in here, Mr. Yuta? This is my car. I got this from my parents when I was 16 years old, and I lived in it ever since. I'm so emo I can't even get my own gas. Now I have a guy named Threshold gonna team with me and an old fart that has more face paint than me. God, I'm so emo. I live in Seattle. Pretty much. Alright, so with Wheeler Yuta and Hook out, gone, more chaos happens. Claudio and they go back and forth like most of the match. We got a swinging sleeper, crazy, on Orange Cassidy. Claudio was targeting the ribs the entire match, but OC comes back with the orange punch. And then, I don't know how he did it, but he picked up Claudio, and Claudio was like 200 and some odd pounds. Picked up Claudio, hit the beach break, goes to the cover, but Claudio bailed to the floor to get back in. Orange Cassidy tries for another orange punch, gets countered, but then countered into a long spin DDT for a near fall. Claudio goes right back with a Tiger uppercut. And then, I think Claudio was trying for the neutralizer, and Cassidy reversed it into a Hurricane Rana. 1, 2, 3 to retain the international title. I was not happy with that. I was hoping they'd give it to Claudio, but it did serve a purpose. But the match was a banger, and I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, we get the music of "They Want the Righty, Jon Moxley. They want the righty, the vile thing." I mean, Vaughn? Rick Vaughn? Yeah, he's due. I mean, Vaughn. Strike this motherfucker out! Alright, so Mox comes out, beats the fuck out of OC. Claudio's just standing there for a while, and I'm like, well, who's gonna save OC? Nobody does. He gets beat down. That's pretty much it. You know, referees and security come out. That didn't even work. And that's pretty much it. So leading to Mox and Orange Cassidy for the IC belt at Full Gear. Mox is gonna get it back for the second time. Obviously, because OC was just a placeholder until Mox officially got cleared to compete and everything. But Mox will be there at Full Gear, and he's going to murder Orange Cassidy. He's gonna squeeze him like a blood orange. But it is what it is. We get that. We move on. Alright, then we go to our next segment. MJF looking for some partners. And he goes into Kenny's locker room. Kenny Omega. By God, Omega, because now they're friends. So he knocks on the door. But Chris Jericho comes out. They have a match with the remnants of the Jericho Appreciation Society 2.0. Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard, and Angelo Parker. So Jericho looks at Max, slams the door in his face. He remembers the Inner Circle. So MJ keeps walking down. He walks down the hall, and then Bulldog comes and grabs him. Max, I'm gonna get what I want, and I'm gonna get it when you least expect it. So then his clipboard breaks, dusts himself off, and then he runs into the Acclaimed, Max Caster, and Anthony Bones, along with Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn. They're like, Max like, fuck, leave me alone. So he leaves and look for more partners. So anyway, I gave all that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a really pissed off promo from Moxley, who, like I said, challenged Orange Cassidy for the belt at Full Gear, but he was pissed. And that's it. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars as well. Alright, then we go to our next match for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team titles. Speaking of Ring of Honor, by the way, I was watching Final Battle 2012. First match. I always tell you about the first match. Michael Elgin and Roddy. Now me and Rosa were sitting ringside. I always tell you about the story that Michael Elgin almost came into my lap. Well, I rewatched it and I have to apologize. Yeah. I have to apologize to Michael Elgin for the last 5, 6, 7 years, saying that, Michael Elgin, you owe me a Coke. Well, really, Roderick Strong, you owe me a Coke now. Because I rewatched Final Battle, and I watched that part where me and Rose, I had to protect Rosa from basically, having somebody in her lap besides me. But I digress. But it was Roddy who hit the guardrail and knocked over my Coke. So Roderick Strong, my friend. Roddy! Roddy! You owe me a Coke. And in turn, you owe my girlfriend a Diet Coke. Well, actually, you owe her a beer, but so. But then, in any case, yeah. So Michael Elgin, my apologies for the last few years saying that you owe me a Coke, bastard, you bastard. But now, Roddy, you owe me a Coke. So next time I see you, I'm gonna let you know about that. Next time if I ever meet Roddy again, whether it be at a Ring of Honor show, God forbid he comes to New York and does an indie show, and does like a meet and greet, I'm like, hey Roddy, you remember in 2012 when you were fighting Michael Elgin? Remember when you got sent into the guardrail? Yeah. Well, you got sent into the guardrail where me and my girlfriend were right there when you hit the guardrail. And my Coke spilled all over the floor. So, in turn, you owe me a Coke. So, I'm here to collect. He won't get me the Coke, though. But it's like, technically, you owe me a Coke. You don't have to give it to me, I'm just saying. You're still a good guy, though. Adam! Oh, sorry. Adam! But, in turn, Roddy, you owe me a Coke. So, if you see Roddy at a meet and greet, please tell him that Peter Joseph from Brooklyn, New York says that he owes him a Coke. I'm just saying. We move on. Alright. So we got that. So Michael Elgin, you're now in the clear. You don't have to owe me a Coke. So, I apologize. But Roddy, you do now. So I'll go 6, 7 years saying that. But I digress. Alright, so for the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team belts, we got the Mogul Embassy of the Gates of Agony, Choa Leo and Bishop Juan, another Quan, and the Machine, Brian Cage. But I don't even know if Melissa Santos popped that baby out. I think she's actually due, today. I don't know when, but she's basically just about to pop baby number 2 out. Because I have her on Instagram, and she was talking about, it's like, I'm not in labor yet. So it could happen any moment now. So congratulations to Brian Cage and the lovely Melissa Santos on baby number 2. So Brian Cage will probably be out a couple weeks. but maybe not. Well, he'll be off for a little bit. But anyway, so so they come out by themselves. No sign of my good buddy Prince Nana, the real Prince of the Prophecy, and the Purge, and no sign of Swerve yet. So they take on the Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions. Carry on, my wayward son. Don't you cry no more. Okay. So we have the Hung Bucks, Cowboy, Hangman Adam Page, the Cowboy, about to do some cowboy shit, and he teams up with the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, for the Ring of Honor's 6-man tag team belts. Was a pretty decent match. Not the greatest Bucks match in the world, but, it's also with a brawl. To start, the champs send the heels outside for stereo flippy dippity doos to get back in, and a 450 hits Bishop Quan. I know that Quan. And, we take an early break, come right back. Adam Page comes in, hits a pop-up powerbomb on Bishop Quan. And then, we hear, whose house? Swerve's house. Whose house? Swerve's house. So Swerve comes out with Prince Nana doing the dance. I swerve when I drive, and I swerve when I drive, and swerve when I drive. All that shit. Swerve, So they come out and says, you want to know whose house I was at? I was at your house last week. So Page tags out, I think, to Nick Jackson, goes right after Swerve. So basically now a 3-on-2 handicap match. And I don't know what happened to Matt Jackson. I think he got thrown out of the ring. I don't know where he was. Basically, Nick Jackson did all he could. But then in the end, the Gates of Agony open the gates. 1, 2, 3. We have new Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions once again. The Gates of Agony and Brian Cage. They are now two-time Ring of Honor 6-man tag team champions. So they get the win in just under 8 minutes. So that's what it is. I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Matt Jackson just goes completely batshit. Takes the chair, slamming it into the ring post. Fuck! Shit! Coasting up a storm. So I'm like, yep, here it comes. Bucks, here return number 6,995. They have more heel turns than the freaking Big Show. And more face turns than probably the Big Show too, but you know a heel turn is coming. You know it. But, continues the Swerve, Adam Page saga, which is probably going to be some type of stipulation match at Full Gear. I would not be surprised if it was a street fight. Unsanctioned match like Kenny and Mox had a long time ago. With the barbed wire and everything. Not the bomb match. I'm talking about they had barbed wire in their first match. I think it was Full Gear 1 and Full Gear 2, I think it was. But in any case, they're gonna fight like Lucha Underground style, maybe, they'll bring out some glass tables or something like that. I don't know. You know how Swerve is kind of ultra violent, if you will, kill shot, So we'll see what happens with that. So all that, I gave 3 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, there we go. Back to MJF. Still looking for some partners. He considers going to see Samoa Joe. And then goes to Darby Allin's room instead. But rather than opening the door, he writes, "Emo bitch." And then leaves. Then he runs into the Ass Boys and the Acclaimed again. And he's like, "No! Leave me alone!" That's that. But it was kind of funny, riding on Darby's room, calling him an emo bitch. Because that's what he is. I'm an emo bitch. I hang out with a 63-year-old guy that wears more face paint than me. What am I doing? I have a tattoo on my forehead. what does that make me? More emo. I live in Seattle. But you're still an emo bitch. But I digress. Alright, so I gave that 3 out of 5 stars. And move on. Alright, then we have Tony Baloney Schiavone in the ring. And his guest is, well, it's not Sting, it's Threshold Edge. Adam Copeland comes out for a kitty chat. So, Edge puts over Tony Baloney, saying, "Oh, you must respect this man. He has a lot of he wears a lot of hats in the back." I bet he does. Because he's a legend. That's why. So then he talks about how he respects Sting and Darby. And then Christian comes out with Luchasaurus and Nick freaking Wayne. By the way, how's everybody's fathers doing today? And mothers. But I digress. So Christian talks about how he's going to retire Sting. Then he talks about Adam Copeland's bad neck. And kind of threatens Adam. He says, "If you team with Sting and Darby at Full Gear, I'm going to break and snap your neck." So he sends Luchasaurus and Nick freaking Wayne down to ringside. Big brawl happens, and then Christian Cage gets involved. They kind of lay out Edge. They're about to hit the concerto, but then Darby, Sting comes out, beats up, I think it was Nick Wayne. And then Darby just gets shot out of a cannon, runs right down to the ring, starts beating the living crap out of people. They make the save temporarily. And then Christian's in the ring, and Adam Copeland's ready for the spear. He loads it up and hits Christian with the spear. Then he gets on the mic and says, "Hey, Darby, Sting, you say you need a partner for Full Gear? I'm in!" So now we got a 6-man tag team match. Sting, Darby, and Edge Stain taking on Christian, Luchasaurus, and Nick freaking Wayne in a 6-man tag team match. There you go. So they didn't waste time, for another week, who's gonna be? And then they announced it, right at the pay-per-view or something like that. So that was that. So I gave that segment 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And we move on. Oh boy, get your popcorn ready. It is time for the rant of the night. Tony Khan's big announcement. So he's in the back with Nigel McGuinness. I'm like, okay, this could be something. Something with Nigel? I was like, maybe he announces that Nigel is coming back to wrestling. Well, it wasn't that. So this big, huge announcement is that All In 3 is going to be August the 25th, 2024 from Wembley Stadium in London, like it was this past year. 81,035 people, tickets were sold, so I think that was exaggerated, but anyway. So, he says that tickets go on sale December the 1st, but you can get them early on AEWTix.com. You get the pre-sale and all that shit, which begins, I think, today, this video today. So it's Friday. So you can register for the tickets and pre-sale and all that shit. And then Nigel's like, "I can't wait to see you all August the 25th in London for All In 3. And I'm like, you spent 5 minutes on live TV with that? But then today we find out that Ric Flair signed a 3-year deal to stay in AEW. You could have had that on the show. But you had to go on live TV just to make a big, huge announcement that All In tickets are on sale now? Or about to be on sale? Or you can register to get them? Whatever the fuck it was? That's an announcement? God damn it, I don't even have a actual read. I was gonna do the Book of Doom. I don't get it. I don't get this whole fucking thing at all. I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what to freaking say. I think there's only one thing we can say about Tony Khan's announcement. I think we can only say one thing. And here it is.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
No thanks.
Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave.
Excuse me, please.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Nope.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Alright then.
I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Exactly. Tony Khan, you have to be the biggest piece of fucking dog shit I ever seen in my life. That's an announcement. That is your announcement on live TV. When you could have had something bigger, like, or maybe the HBO, not even HBO, the streaming service with Max. And you wonder why your ratings are starting to suck. And you wonder why Collision's ratings stink. Well, no, not because of CM Punk, because some of the decisions you make are... Woohoo! I think you smoked too much coke. I think you not smoked it. Well, maybe you did, but you know. But I think you snorted a big bag of weed, and I think it really got to your brain. You're losing brain cells by the minute, Tony Khan. Stop it. Stop it. That is not an announcement. You can save that announcement for freaking Twitter. Because you're always on Twitter. You could have saved that for Twitter. What we really should have done was bring Ric Flair out and announce that he is now All Elite for... he has signed a deal with AEW, and then Ric Flair gets the mic and says, I'm All Elite! Woo! You have that, but you give us that. No wonder the show... I'm surprised that the show got over 800,000 views. Surprised. With that, it should have went way down. Tony Khan, when you have a major announcement, if it's non-related to like somebody debuting or a pay-per-view name or something like that, like where's the next pay-per-view gonna be, or they're going overseas for a pay-per-view, like, oh, we're going to Japan for a pay-per-view, that's an announcement. You could do that on live TV. But when you have something like that really doesn't mean anything to the fans or the fucking company, don't do it on TV. Do it on Twitter. Because now, if you do another major announcement, nobody's gonna really give a shit. Because they're gonna think better. Like, oh, this is probably gonna be one of those Tony Khan announcements where he tells us, oh, tickets on sale for Revolution. Let's, you buy it now. No, the next thing he'll know is like, oh, tickets for World's End begin, start on December the 1st, too. And Ring of Honor. It's like, oh, I just want to say that, Ring of Honor is coming December the 15th to Garland, Texas. That's not an announcement you need to make. You can do that on Ring of Honor TV because nobody watches it, because it's on the internet. On the Ring of Honor website. You can do that on the website. You don't need the freaking spiel. It's like, I got a major announcement. It's not a major announcement. This is not. This is just you and Nigel talking for 3 to 5 minutes about something we don't care about. We know about All In 3 in London. We didn't need to know that. Oh, tickets go on sale now. stupid, stupid, stupid. And I'll play it once again.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Pretty much. I'm out, Tony. I'm out. It's like Romans. It's like what Roman said. What are we watching? Why are we watching this? Why are we watching you give a boring as fuck announcement that nobody gives two shits about? I mean, if you said that, you came out and said that, oh, we have signed Mercedes Moné, that's an announcement. Or she just comes in, that's an announcement. Mandy Rose comes in, that's an announcement. But what you gave us was a steaming pile of horse crap. Not even horse. Monkey donkey crap. It was donkey crap, Tony Khan. Donkey crap. So you could take that fucking announcement and shove it right up your fucking ass. That was the low point of the show. So I gave that a dud. That announcement gets not even a dud, negative duds. And I'm not talking milk duds. Negative duds. Because that's how bad it was. Horrible. Don't ever do an announcement again. Don't do it, because now nobody cares. Moron. Anyway, we move on. Alright, after that abysmal announcement, we go back to the wrestling action with a tag team match player. We had 2.0, Cool Hand, Angelo Parker, and Daddy Magic, Matt Maynard. And do you want to know what makes Daddy Magic's nipples hard? You can ask him on his podcast on YouTube. Do it now. I believe, Jake Hager, Weed, the people, he was there. So they faced the Golden Jets of Le Champion, the Wizard, the Ocho, the Demo God himself, Chris Jericho, Judas in my mind, as he teams up with his fellow Winnipeg Canadian, that's Kenny by God Omega. That's pretty much it. Alright, kind of a short match, 6-minute match. Back and forth they went, but in the end, Parker grabs the walls of Jericho, breaks it up. Matt Maynard breaks that up. And then with Aubrey Edwards distracted, Jericho gets hit in the head with a baseball bat. Not like that, he gets like, sideways hit with a bat. And they were about to win, but Jericho barely kicked out at 2. And with nothing else working, Matt Maynard tries for a move, but out of nowhere, Jericho hits the Judas Effect elbow. 1, 2, 3 in a little over 6 minutes. Match was done, and they gave the match 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's that. After the match, the Don Callis family came out, because Don was on commentary with Powerhouse, Will Hobbs. So they come out. Kyle Fletcher's with them. Katsuki Takeshita was there. Takeshita was there. Hey, konnichiwa, buddy! Anyway, they come out, and Don says, we need to finish this in not any ordinary match at, I don't know if it's going to be a Full Gear, but, Don says it's going to happen in 2 weeks in Ontario, California on Dynamite. So that is the 16th, which is the go-home show before Full Gear. So we're going to have an 8-man tag team match I don't know how you get 8. Well, you got Powerhouse. You got Kyle Fletcher. You got Takeshita. So who's the 4th guy? I'm thinking maybe Mark Davis. I don't know who the 4th guy is. Maybe him. Maybe Don himself. I don't know. But anyway, they're going to do it in a street fight. So Kenny's like, oh, we're in. You don't have to tell us twice. We want to kick your ass. Says, well, I'll bring in somebody who's been by my side from the beginning, and that is Kota Ibushi. Help even things out. But Don's like, well, you're kind of a man short there. So Jericho's like, well, I got an idea. Remember how I said that I got a guy that's bigger than Will Hobbs? I was like, bigger? It's like, well, he may not be big like Will Hobbs, but he is a giant. I'm like, yep. Well, it's the Big Slow. So Paul White comes out, beats up. I think he beat up like a security guard. He beat up somebody, light him out with a punch, and that's it. So it's gonna be Jericho, Kenny, Ibushi, and the Big Slow taking on the team of Takeshita, Powerhouse Will Hobbs, Kyle Fletcher, and a 4th guy, which could be Don, it could be somebody else. So we'll have to see what happens with that on Rampage tomorrow night and on Collision this Saturday night. That's that. This is all you got. Alright, but we got more with Kenny and Jericho. So after that segment, we see Renee come in, talks to Jericho and Kenny about, the whole 8-man tag team match, getting Ibushi, getting the Big Slow there. And then the Young Bucks just waltz right in. They're not happy with Kenny. He's like, oh, you're teaming with him. You should be your our boy. The Elite look like jobbers right now. And then Kenny's like, hey, watch your tone when you talk to me. We won the match. You're bitter because, you lost your match. You just didn't have it tonight. Blah, blah, blah. Jericho's like, I don't give a shit. So then, Matt's like, you shouldn't be with him. It's like, we're going to get out of here. Clean yourself up. Clean this mess up when you're done. Basically insisting that, Jericho and Omega were going to blow each other or something like that. So, looks like the Bucks are turning heel again for like the 9,000th time. So we're getting the, can they coexist whole thing, So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. And we move on. Alright, then we go to the death slot. As always, around 9:20, 9:30. So we got a women's championship match with the champ, not Ada Wong this time, but it's Hikaru Shida, showing a lot of hip, if you know what I mean. That gear, you can see practically almost near her ass. It's not a bad thing. So Hikaru Shida, Holy Shida, takes on the resident fun girl, Willow Nightingale. Pretty good match, This is like, I think, Shida's 3rd defense in the last 7 days. Fighting champion that she is. But kind of a back and forth match. We get a Super Falcon Arrow by the champ. She goes for the cover, gets a 1 count. And then they slug it out. Willow hits the pounce! Period. Sending Shida launched into the not out of the ring. She got launched to the ropes. But somehow she comes back with a knee to head for a near fall. Then she loads up for the katana. Swipe, boom, boom, boom. She hits it 1, 2, 3 to retain the women's championship in over 10 minutes. Match itself was alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then afterwards, a good friend, Timeless Toni Storm. She comes out with Luther to interrupt, but she is like, that's it, fuck this bitch. She runs up the ramp, hits freaking Luther in the face, knocks him out, goes up to Toni, knocks her out, and chases her off. So, with both of them gone, then the lights come out. Sabu! No, not Sabu. Julia Hart is standing in the ring behind Willow, and she's like, "Hi, I'm back after my honeymoon." So she's there, but looks like she was about to sneak attack Willow, but then Sky Blue comes out. You know, she has that face paint because she got misted by Julia Hart. She's been acting kind of strange the last couple weeks. And then her and Julia get, like, face to face. You know, Sky Blue's like, "I'll take care of Julia by myself." Will's like, "Okay." And Chris Stanton in the background like, "Okay." So, Julia tries to extend her hand, maybe trying to join up with her in the House of Black. So she extends the hands, but, you know, she looks back at Willow, might want to do something, and then she turns around, blue mist right in the face of Julia Hart. So, payback's a bitch. So, the blue Kool-Aid comes out, and, it blinds Julia, goes out of the ring, almost touches like 5 fans in the front row. So we'll see what happens with that, and maybe, you know, the blue mist is gonna cure Julia Hart. Maybe Julia Hart, you know, breaks the curse of being in the House of Black, and maybe she goes back to her cheerleader gimmick, which is not a bad thing. But, you know, I mean, she doesn't have Grave Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr., now known as Lexis King, with them. There is no Varsity Blonde, so see what happens with this situation, and we move on with that, and that's it. Okay. Alright, then we see MJF still looking for partners. The Acclaimed and Billy Gunn come up to him again. Max gives MJF like a garbage bag. I'm like, what is this, Mickey James all over again? So, he gets the bag, he opens up the garbage bag, and he looks inside, like, no, I'm not, no. He's like, "I'm not tagging with you," and then he gets up and leaves, and then he sees, Double J, JFJ, JEFF, JARE, Double T, and company, you know, Black Machismo, yeah, Jay Lethal did it, along with the original player from the Himalaya, Sanjay Dutt, the Jolly Green Indian, that's Satnam Singh, and the resident Karen Jarrett. They're all there, and they're like, "Max, come to us, come on. And Max is like, pfft. He's like, "I don't know what to do." So it doesn't say no, but we'll see what happens with that. And we move on. So I give that 3 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go in the back, where we have Rowdy. I'm Matt Taven, along with Mike Bennett. They're in the back where they had the MJF Adam Cole segment. So they try to call Adam Cole on video phone. They get Adam, and Rowdy's like, "Adam! Adam, talk to me, Adam!" So Adam's like, "I'm sick and tired of you saying that." And then he's like, "Fuck this, I'm out." Then he leaves. And he's like, "Adam! Stop!" And people are getting annoyed with it. I think it's pretty funny. It is kind of getting kind of stale. I think, but I still think it's funny. Then you have freaking Mike Bennett stroking the giraffe because his neck's strong, and then you have Mike Bennett wearing that great shirt I want to buy. Punch him in the wiener and then hit him with a pile driver. I gotta get that shirt somehow on AEW shop.com. I will get it somehow. And I will wear it. That's it. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Oh, excuse me. Getting tired here. It's late. So I will be doing my NXT review tomorrow. So get ready for a fatal four-way of lots of great videos tomorrow. NXT, Ring of Honor, Crown Jewel predictions, and your SmackDown review. Don't forget, SmackDown is taped tomorrow, along with Rampage. So tomorrow, not tomorrow, Saturday, Saturday, after Crown Jewel is done, and before Collision, I would be doing my Crown Jewel review right here on this channel, so stay tuned for that. And then Sunday, over on the Kill the Demons channel, I will be doing, once again, another week of Rampage and Collision reviews for the third week in a row. So you get two for the price of one in one video. So your Rampage and Collision review on Sunday. Probably right around when I think the Giants play at 4, so I'm going to try to get that video done early, because my pops wants to watch the game, then we're going to have Sunday dinner, and then we go home. Well, me and the missus go home, that's it. So, we move on with that. We have Sunday dinner, then we're pretty much back home, we're good. And that's that. So, that's the schedule of videos coming your way this weekend. Like I said, once again, NXT review coming tomorrow, right here on the channel. And then Ring of Honor review over on Kill the Demon 66, my main channel, Kill the Demon 669. And then, hopefully, if I can get before SmackDown, I'm going to get my Crown Jewel predictions over on the Shadow Slayer 2.0 channel, episode number 11. So, got that. And then, late Friday night, back on the regular main channel, Kill Demon 669, your SmackDown review. And then on Saturday, right back here on the channel, after Crown Jewel is done, and before Collision starts at 8 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday I should say, I'm going to do my Crown Jewel review, and then get you ready for Rampage, and then maybe Saturday night, after Rampage goes off the air, not Rampage, sorry, Collision goes off the air, probably late Saturday night, I would be doing my Rampage and Collision review, and then Sunday, I'm probably going to be taking off, so Sunday will probably be my off day, unless something comes up during the day, but if it comes up during the afternoon, depending on when it comes out, I might do that video. If not, I will probably save it to maybe Sunday night. But we'll see what happens on Sunday. If nothing happens, then I have my off day, and I come back Monday night for your Monday Night Raw review, which will be the aftermath of Crown Jewel 5. And then we're on the road to Survivor Series, War Games, and then we got Full Gear right in between that, and then Thanksgiving, and we have fun. That's that. Alright, let's end this shindig with your main event of the evening, an 8-man tag team match. We got the Bang Bang Gang, the Bullet Club, taking on, Maxwell Jacob Fartknocker and his 3 mystery opponents, who are basically the Acclaimed and Daddy Ass, Billy Gunn. By the way, scissor me, mommy ass! So we get that. So MJF comes out in full pink gear. Creepy, but okay. So, Max wants Jay White right at the start, but as always, Jay White's a pussy. Wants away from him. And then Anthony Bowen starts up with Colton Gunn. They go back and forth, and eventually Billy punches both of his kids down, and the Bullet Club go to the floor, and looks like they were about to scissor, but MJ's like, no, we will not scissor as we go to break. No, not doing it. So then we come back. So I went back and forth a little bit. We get Scissor Me Timbers by the Acclaimed. Then looks like they were about to do the scissoring, the four-way scissoring, but gets broken up as Max Caster gets sent to the outside. They start a big-time beatdown. Jay White comes in, beats on Max Caster, but avoids a shot to the face and dives over to bring MJF in to clean house. Jay White heads for the hills as MJF hits the kangaroo kick. Knocking down, I believe it was the Ass Boys. When then Jay White comes back in the ring, and then when MJF turns around, boom! The Blade Runner goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3. Pretty fast pin there. Whoever was the ref. So Jay White pins the World Heavyweight Champion, and I think it's Max's first loss on TV in a long time. So 13.5-minute match. I gave the match 3 out of 5 stars. So MJF did not get the win to get his belt back. So now he has to wait until Full Gear, most likely to get it back, which he will. And we'll see what happens with that. He wins, and then now what happens as we go on to possibly a match at Winter is Coming, which will be maybe around the same week as Ring of Honor's pay-per-view, or the 13th, December 13th, or maybe the 20th, depending on when Winter is Coming. And then at World's End, who does he face there? And will it be his final match in AEW? If he wins, does he take the title to WWE like Punk almost did? He just went away for the summer and then came back with the belt. Then they had that unification match, which Punk won, of course, against John Cena at SummerSlam thanks to Triple H. The summer of 2011, summer of Punk 2011. Or does MJF lose the belt to possibly the Devil coming out and costing MJF the world title, and Jay White becomes the, not Jay White, well, somebody else becomes the champ, and then the Devil comes out and reveals himself as Adam Cole, Punk, Britt Baker, Mercedes Moné, I don't know, Tony Khan, who knows? But I think we might get, if we don't get the Devil and then by Full Gear, then you know that at World's End, we will most likely see the reveal of the Devil. Whoever that might be. Because that's the next to last day before MJF's contract officially expires. It expires at midnight on New Year's Eve. So January 1st, he will be officially a free agent. And the bidding war of 2024 will officially begin. And that's that. Alright, so we get all that. So Jay White pins MJF in 13.5 minutes. So match I gave 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, big time beatdown on Max. And then Jay White loads up a belt shot. But then Max Caster comes in, takes one for the team. Basically takes the bullet, if you will. No pun intended. He takes it. Maxwell's like knocked down, like, what? So then Max, I think, clears the ring. Or I forgot how the Ass Boys left the ring. But anyway, the fans start chanting, bullshit! Bullshit! At the Bullet Club. And then Billy Gunn gets on the mic. So it looked like Max was gonna leave. But Billy Gunn orders MJF, says, get up! We're gonna scissor each other, whether you like it or not. So they get back, they get in the corners, and they're like, are we gonna do it? Max like, alright, fine. They 4-way scissor, and they end the show. And then Max Caster's like, yay! You know, hugging him, and then he falls down on his knee. He's hugging him by his micro cock. I'm like, and Max like, get away from me. Stop! 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 Then eventually gets in the corner, like, yeah. That's it. So that ends Dynamite. And it was a pretty solid show. It wasn't great. And I gave it a solid 7 out of 10 stars. And we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Rampage and Collision this Saturday night. But we'll see what happens. Alright, guys, I gotta go. It's late, as always. So, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get some sleep. And I'm gonna get up for work in the morning. And then I'm gonna do some work. And then after I finish work, I can do some chores. But after I'm done with work, I'm gonna do those videos. Try to get those done pretty quickly before SmackDown. I'll get the Crown Jewel video up hopefully before SmackDown goes on the air. And with that, there might be an extra match that gets added. I will do, if there is a match added to the show or on the pre-show, then I will do that prediction on my SmackDown review tomorrow night. So there you go. But anyway, solid 7 out of 10 stars for Dynamite. It was a pretty meh show, but it is what it is. Alright, that's it for now. Thank you all for watching. Go to bed, you sleepyheads, if you're in the Northeast or if you're on the West Coast. I think probably be going to bed as well. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning there. Almost. Actually, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning there. So, think about going to bed in the West Coast. And if you're on the other side of the world, well, top of the morning to you. Schmucks. And, well, if not, unless you're in Japan. But, if you're in Japan, happy Saturday to you. Well, happy soon to be Sunday. But we got all that. And konnichiwa. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Peter Joseph signing off. Peace out, rock on, and rock hard with your fucking cuckoot. And if you're not down with that, well, you're pretty much SOL. And you know what that means. And if you're still not down with that, then me and a whole bunch of other people, we all got 3 words for you, in the greatest 3 words in the history of life itself. And those 3 words are, you better remember it, fuck you, man. That's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow. But until next time, go fuck yourselves. And peace. Ha!